Obsession with the results ruins the work. Obsession with the work creates the results. Let me say that for you again. Obsession with the results ruins the work. Obsession with the work creates the results. Now, what does that mean? A lot of us have goals in our lives. We all have something we are trying to obtain. Something. It don't matter what it is. It could be a better body. It could be financial success, YouTube success, fame, whatever. It don't matter, right? But most of us are obsessed with the results. We are obsessed with the results. So we want it now. We want it instantly. We want it the easiest possible way that you could get it. You just want the end result faster than ever. The prime example I could give you that everybody has probably experienced, you go to the gym because you want more muscle or you want to lose weight or something of the nature, right? You do one workout. You do one workout for an hour. Then you head to that bathroom mirror in the gym or the mirror that's outside on the gym floor and you look at yourself in the mirror. You flex your muscles. You look at your abs. You look at your biceps. You look at everything to see if the results are there after one day of work. Because that's what we do as people. As people, we think, I'm going to put in work today and I want the results today. I'm going to put in work today and I want the results tomorrow. I'm going to put in a week of work and I want the results next week immediately. That's not how it works. And most of us have this huge problem that's holding us back, this obsession with results, obsession with results, obsession with results. And that ruins the work that we need to put in to obtain the result that we are actually trying to get to. Hear me. I know we want the results, but focusing on the results is the fastest way to not get the result that you want. It is the fastest way to fail. Because guess what? If you work out for that 1 week because you're trying to get the results and lose your weight now and build your muscle now and get whatever you want right now, and because after a week of training, you don't have the results that you want, guess what? You get sad, you get discouraged, you don't want to do it anymore. You're like, I can't do this. It's not doing anything. Like, I'm not seeing results. I quit. And guess what? Your obsession with the results and getting to what you want to get to has now ruined your work because you think, I don't have results. What's the point of me doing any more work because I can't obtain the results? And that is the fast track way that all of us as people take to failure. That is the best number one way for you to fail. And I'm here to tell you guys that that is not the way that you're going to get what you want to get. If you want to succeed, you have to be obsessed with the work, and you have to be so obsessed with the work that the results are not even in your vision. It's not even within your sight. Like, sure, results are great. I'm not saying don't want results. You're always going to want results, but it is better to be so tuned in, so dialed in, so fixated on the work that you need to do that by the time you look up, you'll realize, oh crap, I'm way further than I realized. Like literally, if you went to the gym and you're just like, I'm obsessed with working out 5 days a week, all the time. I'm obsessed with it. And I just want to work out 5 days, right? And you don't even think about the results, right? So you're not discouraged because you don't see the results. You're just like, I just want to work out. And you do that for 6 months, for a year, and you haven't even really paid that much attention to what's going on with your body and the changes that it's made. One day you go in the bathroom, you brushing your teeth, you look in the mirror, you're like, oh snap, I got pecs. Oh snap, I got abs. Oh snap, I got biceps. Like, oh snap. You know what I'm saying? And you didn't even realize because the whole time you was just like, I gotta go work out today. You didn't even realize you wasn't thinking about what was the end result. That's the same thing for anything that you do in life. If you're making YouTube videos like I'm doing right now, one of the biggest problems that I deal with, and I can admit that I'm at fault of this, is part of the reason I'm making the videos. Sometimes I make these videos for myself, to talk to myself, to yell at myself, to scream at myself, so I can hear me. And you guys happen to see me yelling at myself, but I want y'all to hear it too. I look at views too much. I look at my views way too much. I look at them and I'm just like, dog, like I post a video, I upload it. I already made a video about this, like being discouraged. And you just like, dang, like I don't got enough views, man. And then it makes me not want to make the next video, or makes me scared to make the next video, because I'm like, dang, what if this video fails too? Or what if I don't do good enough? What if I don't get 1,000,000 views? What if I don't get 1,000 views? What if I can't get 500 views? Like, you get scared and it cripples you from doing the work. But you know what would be so much better right now on YouTube, on your fitness journey, on anything that you want to do? If I could get on YouTube and I could just be like, yo, I'm making a video today, and that's it. And I'm gonna upload that video, and the views is whatever. I'm making the next video tomorrow. I'm upload that video, and the views is whatever. I'm making the next video the next day. And I just keep making videos, and I keep making videos, and I keep making videos. And next thing I know it, next thing you know it, I done made 500 videos this past year or something, right? That's more than a video a day. I'm definitely gonna have more results than I did a year ago. Definitely. Right? And it's gonna seem so drastic because I didn't look at it for a whole year. And then when you blink and you take a look, you're like, dang, that's how far I've come. Can you imagine you trying to bake a chicken or something, and you put it in the oven and you wanted it in 5 minutes, but it was gonna take 45 minutes to cook. And after 5 minutes, you looked and the oven wasn't, after 5 minutes, you looked and the chicken wasn't cooked. So you're like, you know what? Screw this chicken. I don't want it no more. It's not ready. It's not working. What do you mean it's not working? You haven't given it time to work. So that's all it means, bro. You have to be obsessed with the work. If you obsess with the work, all the results that you could possibly want are going to come to you. You just have to be willing to put in the work and put your head down and grind and not look at the results at all until one day you blink, you look up, and you accidentally see the results and the fruits of all of your labor. But constantly looking for the result of the thing that you want is going to cripple you and is going to ruin everything that you're working so hard to get. Now, the question would be, how do you focus on the work? Like, how do you only focus on the work? Now, there's two clear-cut ways. The number one most known way is just discipline, right? Which is the hardest thing to do. It's easy to say, I'm just not gonna look at my body every time I go to the gym. I'm just not gonna look at my YouTube views every time I post a video. I'm just not gonna look at the chicken for 2 hours when I put it in the oven. It don't matter, right? Even though at that point it'll burn, but that's besides the point. Either way, bro, you have to be disciplined. That's one option, sure. The second option, if you don't trust yourself to be disciplined, you can set up certain barriers for yourself to where you make it an obstacle and you make it harder to see and obtain the results. So if you want to make sure that you're not looking at your body in the gym, one thing that I do is I just make sure I'm wearing the biggest, baggiest clothes. They're not skin tight. I can't really see my muscles if I flex, if I wanted to. Wear the biggest hoodie. I can't really see it, and I'm not going to take it off. Right? But if I'm wearing the tightest gym clothes I can, if I'm wearing barely anything, of course I'm gonna walk by the mirror and I'm gonna see my tricep and be like, is it any bigger? Is it any better? I'm gonna do that, but I'm hiding my body so I can't see it right now. You know what I'm saying? So if you put barriers, you put parameters for yourself for whatever it is, you have to take this in whatever thing in your life that you're working on and create a barrier to where it's hard to look at the results. It's hard to focus on the results. If you make it a challenge to get to the results, it'll make it a little bit easier to maintain that discipline. It's still gonna take a level of discipline, because sure, if I'm in the gym, I can always just take the hoodie off, right? But it'll make it a little bit harder because now you added a barrier. And like, do I really feel like breaking that barrier, breaking the discipline and breaking the barrier? You get what I'm saying? So create barriers for yourself, create an obstacle that makes it harder in some way, shape, or form to obsess over the result, and just put your head down and be focused on the work. I promise you, if you do that and you do it for a long period of time consistently, you're gonna see growth, you're gonna see results. And like I said, if you're just disciplined enough to not give yourself a barrier and you're just like, yo, I'm not gonna look, I'm not gonna obsess, and then even better. But you gotta trust yourself for that, and you gotta know that you're gonna stick to it. And now the biggest question of all is, does the work guarantee results, right? Because the second part of the statement was obsession with the work creates the results. Now, I would like to say that I know the only thing that's guaranteed in life is death and taxes. That's it, right? However, I will say this. I think it depends in regards to what it is your goal is if the work can guarantee your results or how much results they can guarantee. Because if it's like a fitness goal, I think the work really can just about always guarantee the results unless you have some type of health condition. Because I know if I eat a certain amount of calories, I could gain weight. If I'm in a certain caloric deficit, I could lose weight. Like I can guarantee that if I track every single thing that I do. Now, in certain cases, such as me doing YouTube videos, I can never guarantee a certain amount of people will watch my video. I can never guarantee a certain amount of people will subscribe to my channel. But what I can do with immense and consistent work is I'm guaranteeing that I have a certain video output. I can guarantee that I put out 1,000 videos as opposed to putting out 50 videos, right? And if I guarantee that I put out 1,000 videos over 50 videos, I exponentially increase the chances of obtaining the results I desire, because 1,000 videos, good videos, by the way, not just videos that are just like whatever, right? That videos that I actually worked on, right? But 1,000 videos that I actually put my blood, sweat, and tears into is gonna be better than the 50 videos I put my blood, sweat, and tears into, unless like the 50 videos were like movie, top tier quality movie videos. But I'm talking about just the constant work of it all. I'm increasing my chances by taking more shots, essentially, by giving myself more reps, by giving myself more practice. I'm actually making myself get better as well, as long as I care about getting better at it and want to do better at it. I can significantly increase the chances of obtaining the results that I desire. Now, do I guarantee myself the results? I can never guarantee what another human being is going to do, but I can guarantee the increased chances of getting the success that I want to get. And like I said, as long as I'm studying, constantly working on getting better, I can give myself a 95% chance of getting everything I want to get, as opposed to a 5% chance of getting everything I want to get. So then again, sure, the work is never going to be able to perfectly guarantee the result if it's based off an external factor that is not yourself, that is not your own output, such as calories and stuff like that. If it's something that other people control, an audience controls, sure, you're leaving that up to them to a certain extent, but you are drastically increasing your chances and drastically increasing the odds of you getting better. One thing I do know, if I don't post any videos, I will guarantee do worse than if I post 10 videos. You know what I'm saying? So the work is always going to increase your odds and better your odds and give you a better chance at life. And definitely, if it's something that's not external, that's not audience based and stuff like that, you can for sure guarantee your results if it's something that's all about you and what you put in. Like if you're studying for an exam and trying to get all the information on a test, like whether or not you know a math equation is up to you. If you study enough and work hard enough, you could guarantee that you know that information. That's for sure, and pass the test. So it really just depends on what your thing is, what your niche is, what you're trying to grow in. But regardless, the work is always going to put you on top. The work is going to speak for itself. The work is going to get you where you need to be. The work is the number one thing that you need to be obsessed with and focused on if you want to succeed in life. You cannot be obsessed with your results. I'm telling you right now, if you start anything and all you can think about is your results, you're not going to get very far. But if you start something and you think about the results, sure, at the beginning, but then you really dial into the work and you start obsessing over that work and you're just always about the work, and it's just like work, like, you know what I'm saying? No, shout out to Rihanna, whatever. You gonna get it. You gonna obtain what you want to obtain. That's how you get it. That's really the key, the ability to lock in on work. If you could do that, you're gonna go so far in life, bro. And that's really what I wanted to say to you. That's what I wanted to say to me. Keep grinding, keep working. Forget your result for 5 seconds. How much work did you put in today? A lot of us complain about the results we don't have from the work we didn't put in. And that makes zero sense. How would you like to have a clean house when you didn't clean it? You know what I'm saying? Or you at least didn't pay somebody to clean it. You mad you don't have results from the work you didn't put in? No, put in the work, obsess over the work, and the results will always come. That's it. Forget even thinking about the results. It's gonna come, bro. Just put in the work. That's all I gotta say to you guys. I've kept you long enough. If you did enjoy the video, if you agree with anything I said, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. This is J Athletic Gaming, and I'll catch you on the next one.